So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to type out the ABC with the exclamation point. The exclamation is going to be your circle. So I am just making it bigger, just, for my old eyes. So what I always do is I choose the right side I choose the left side from the actual wizard. So I always it's a quick find it quick. I type in super, but so I'm gonna choose the 3-letter stone left. Then you see it's gonna change it. Then I use the right side. Well, I'm gonna double click my C, and I always choose my right side from the Corel drop down. So I'm gonna go to it here, find my. Oops, I chose the wrong one. I'm too quick with my clicks. Choose the 3-letter stone right. And so now you see that it's correct. So you see the circle, you have the letters A, B, and C. Oh, you know what? My B is wrong. I don't have the correct capital, lowercase capital. So I'll do my find text, highlight that so that I can change my B to a capital B. So there you go. But now that's going to change the C back. So let me highlight my C and do that over again and change my C to the stone 3-letter right. So now we've got what we're looking for. So if you click that, you can see the size here is 2.39. So that's the default font size. So whenever you're working with these stones, my guess is that it's going to have you can't technically resize rhinestone fonts. So that's how they designed it so that that's the size. But I'm saying I want to make something bigger. I'm going to make it about 5 inches. So let me just do 5 inches roughly. So obviously my cutouts here are not going to be the right size. So I'm going to just send that back. So what I'll do here is I'm going to close that first. I'm going to take it back to the 10. So by using this button here, number 10, that will change the whole design back to that 2.2 inches. So I click yes for that. Now you see it went back to that 2.9, but now you see all of these, I don't know where that erroneous one comes from. But anyway, so now you see that it's gotten back down to that 2.9, but my individual stones are the 0.13. So the way that I do it is I highlight it. I'm going to change it to 5 inches. Then I use this button, the button with the looks like big circles, then arrows, and then little circles underneath. Click that to 10, and now you see it changed all the stones with the same size design, but it's changed all the stones to the right size, which is 0.13. Whereas if I go back before, by making it bigger, my individual stone sizes were 0.22. That's obviously not right. So I'm going to highlight that, do this again. Now it changed my individual stones to 0.13. So now we have to manually manipulate it. I don't know, again, if there's a quicker way of doing this. Maybe there is. I just haven't discovered it. I didn't watch that video, what have you. But this is just the way that I do it. So now I will collect, I do all the easy ones first. So all the ones I can do with a quick rectangular selection. I do that. Then I go over here to my respace stones. I click that button and then I add my stones so that it will automatically add them. Shift and remove the curve, the path. And now you see that it's added the right amount of stones. So I'll do that again here. The respace button, add stones so I get the look I'm looking for. Click the clear path. So now those are good. Now for the curved ones, and I'll just stay working on the A here. The curved ones I choose individually. So I have to hold down shift and choose each one. Go my respace, add stones until I get the look I want, and then remove the path. And then the same thing here. Then if I have, now I just remembered actually, instead of choosing the pick tool, I can choose the freehand pick, and then I can highlight many stones, which obviously makes it a whole lot easier, and add stones. went ahead and quickly just finished out the design. It's not perfect because I just kind of did it really quick for you. But as you can see, I'm gonna highlight all of it is just about 5 inches wide and tall. So if I go here, then you can see what it's going to basically look like as a stone. Move that to the back, and now you can see what it looks like as a stone design. So that's how I do it, and I'm not sure, like I said, if there's a quicker way of doing it, but I just know that with the actual fonts, when you type them out, they're a certain size. That's why when you purchase fonts, it has a specific size. It tells you exactly how tall and wide or how tall the actual font is, and it's because when they make a rhinestone font, it has to be specific size, so it's size dependent.